Hello everyone, and this is my review of Call of Duty, or at least the first couple of hours of it, since I don't feel like finishing it because I still need to finish They Bleed Pixels, but here we go. You start the game off with a guy who is supposed to be your best friend. You've been to bars together, held hands together, and even swapped sexual partners, so you know that you're both the bestest of best friends. Of course, they don't exactly tell you all of these things because he dies so fast that the Flash would have trouble saying that, but he's your bestest best buddy because the game tells you that he is. But outside of my own biases there, I do like how Call of Duty is dedicated to killing people who aren't American. Call it whatever you like, at least they are consistent. Now, I've been told that people only play this game for the multiplayer, but I don't want to get addicted to the multiplayer like I was on Modern Warfare 2 again, so I only intend to play the story. After all, Kevin Spacey is here. The graphics of this game are weird in a lot of ways. For some lovely reason, my PC can handle the game on maximum settings. Oh, but the moment a cutscene starts, the frames drop to half. But maybe that's my fault since I have an AMD graphics card rather than an Nvidia. I do like the weapons of the game though. Every weapon feels like you'd expect it to, but it's nice to know that no matter how far technology progresses, there is still no better way to kill someone than a bullet to the head. Well, at least no better way that doesn't involve a sexual fantasy of mine. I mentioned earlier about the forced friendship, and that's truly what it was. So unless that guy comes back to life to jack you off, then his whole purpose was to die to set you up on a dinner date with Kevin Spacey. The story of the game, though, is interesting at the least. But it's one thing that I can praise Call of Duty for, is showing me that I didn't know how good I had it. At least Call of Duty has a story. How many other AAA first-person shooters out there have released recently with no story at all? Titanfall just glossed over any semblance of a story, while 90% of the Destiny players don't even know what their story is. They're just too busy dancing. So thank you, Call of Duty, for when I thought that you were the bottom of the barrel, others would come out to prove me wrong. Now, there are a lot of things I don't like. The game has a lot of cool little gadgets, but you only get to use them at certain times. And given the pacing of this game, having you jump all over the world like a cocaine tourist from Escobar, I'd imagine that you only get to use them like once or twice. But, honestly, that might be the best thing for Call of Duty, keeping your eyes so covered in action and set pieces that you never really notice the bullshit that's behind the scenes. And truthfully enough, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. The series is more or less like a roller coaster ride, filled with its ups and downs, and it's over so quickly that you can't even remember what the hell you were doing in the first place. But all in all, the story of this game seems to be on the right track for the Call of Duty game. There are a lot of explosions and a bunch of men with scaly voices. Scaly, what's the word? How do you describe scaly? I'm going to the store. Where's Jesus? Oh God, my gun is so big. You know, stuff like that. Well, Call of Duty has always been a patriotic circle jerk, even so that you might question where Activision is getting its funding from, probably the US government. But at the end of the day, at least you're still getting jacked off.